Get a load of this guy. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Nono Jeezy. We are back here with another episode of the Nono Show. We've got two very special guests with us here today. And we also have, as always, my co-host, Big Vo.
What's up, everybody?
In the building. But today, we're going to start with Mr. Jason Church, the owner of this radio station down here, right?
No, I wouldn't say owner.
The owner?
I manage it.
Okay, manager of one of the largest radio influencing radio stations here in the St. Louis metropolitan area. 88.7 The Sound. They play jazz all year round. And it's best. It's the best, man. Tell us a little bit about what you do here at the radio station.
So essentially, I'm in charge of the whole thing. I need to make sure that we're making the money to operate. I need to make sure that we're providing an opportunity to all of our students here at SIUE to get the experiences that they need.
Yes.
That was the original reason why this radio station even came to fruition, was because this needs to be a real-world, hands-on experience for the students here at SIUE.
Yes.
And then, just to provide some damn good music.
Absolutely.
That's what we do.
We love some damn good music around here.
And we sure love some of that good old sticky sweet. Oh, that's right. Go get you some of that good old sticky sweet. Yeah. If you don't do nothing else by the end of the day, get you some of that good old sticky sweet. That's right.
Get you some.
That's right. We do flavor bold down here at the Dunham Hall.
Very bold.
Very bold. Get you some of that smoke in you so you can sound all harsh like me. When you crack the grill open, that smoke gonna come out. You gonna see that it's real. And I remember back when we was marching to that Martin Luther King, and
what is happening?
Million Man March. But go ahead back with the show.
It was real hot outside that day, but we gonna march for freedom, man. Anyway. But okay, moving on to our next guest, Meghan. You in the building, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
And we know Meghan you from student government. She's very involved. She's very active. She's a straight A student, honor roll. Very very dedicated to her studies. And she's got a family restaurant too?
I do, yeah.
Tell us something about that.
My family owns it. We operate it. Most of our workers is just, my dad, my mom, my brother, and I. And so we're located over in O'Fallon, Illinois. It's about 30 minutes down south. And it is called Korean and Japanese Best Cuisine. So if you like that type of food or if you're willing to try something new, check that out.
My.
We got to get us some of that Japanese cuisine.
We got to sell them that sticky sweet. We got to put it in the restaurant.
Put it in one of their famous dishes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make it in the Korean barbecue.
Speaking of famous dishes, what is one of the popular dishes in your restaurant that everybody has? They just have to have,
Well, a lot of people, they love the bulgogi. They like the kalbi. That's basically a lot of the marinated short rib, the marinated beef that we have, because it's just something unlike anything else you've ever had before. So, if you're willing to spend a good buck on some food that'll last you a few days, definitely check that out.
I'm always willing to spend some money on good food, man.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And also we were talking before the interview here. They got some homemade, like the real deal kimchi over there too.
They do.
Absolutely right, yeah. So a lot of the food that we make not only is imported fresh from South Korea in itself, but my parents also like to home make their own personal ingredients, one of them being the kimchi. Now, if you guys don't know, kimchi is just a fermented variation of radish or some cabbage to where you can just have as a side dish or a palate cleanser. And so my parents like to make it the traditional way where they ferment it for a few days and then they like to sell it, because outside of just selling food in general, we have a pretty big space for just, our restaurant in general. So half of the area is a karaoke booth and a grocery store. And then the other half is kind of like a video game slot bar area. So not only are you interested in, eating food, you could also take some of the ingredients and the food home by itself to maybe cook for yourself. So if you see a lot of ingredients that you want to make at home but you can't really find in your local Walmart or Target, we might be able to have it for you.
That's what I'm talking about. And where can we find this? Can you give us the exact coordinates East, west?
Yeah, so again, we're filming here in Edwardsville, Illinois. We are located specifically in 108 Regency Park over in O'Fallon, Illinois. We are on Highway 50 right behind the Steak and Shake next to the Offenburg dealership. So if you're around that area or know, somebody near it or just want to come by, you could always just check out our website, Ukraine and Japanese Sushi Bar, or, we don't really have any other socials, but we might have a Facebook or an Instagram. I have no idea. We aren't really social media eccentric because a lot of the consumer-based stuff that we do is like word of mouth. And so obviously I, want to talk about myself, my own story, but at the same time, I also want to be able to share that plug that, we do have that restaurant and it is something interesting to try out, whether, you're looking for something new or you want to have a little party around or, whatnot. I just think this is a great opportunity to plug that too.
That's how you know the food gonna be good when they don't got no social media. You see, Sticky Sweet ain't have no social media.
No, we don't have no social media.
Yeah, we just talk.
But that just make the flavor even better. That's right. Without the social media, the flavor becomes more intense. It becomes more bold. That's right. We crack open that grill and get that smoke in you, you're going to get the sound in our hearts like me.
I second that.
Yes. Yeah.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. She seconded that. I got a back. Go ahead, Noah.
So music and food, right? I feel like
two of the most important things.
Two of the most
absolutely
important things.
Soul food.
Soul food. Okay.
That's the name of the.
How you spell soul?
SOUL, I believe.
That's one way you can
That's
spell
one
it. Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
We're serving Korean food over here, dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that good old Korean barbecue.
Hey,
you gotta try some of that sticky sweet.
Hey, we be selling that soul over here as SEOUL. Okay?
SEOUL.
Exactly.
yeah.
We're getting down with our roots.
Okay. So what's your go-to?
Oh, my go-to food there?
Everybody's go-to Korean barbecue dish.
Well,
Or
me personally, my dad works over there as a sushi chef, so
Okay.
he parlays in all of the sushi going on there, as well as the finances and operations, which I help him with.
Okay.
And my mom is the main, if not one of the only waitresses, along with my younger brother. He likes to help there too. So what I personally like to go for if I'm there, man, I always gotta, hey, free sushi, man. I mean, if my dad's making it, if it $17 roll for free, sign me up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I personally love the firecracker roll. I
Okay.
love spicy food. I eat spicy food all the time. So what I personally like with that one is it's kind of like your normal. You got your shrimp tempura inside there. You got some cucumber. It's wrapped in an In-N-Out roll. But then on top of that, you get this like what's it called? You have imitation crab on top of it, and it's glazed. So my dad toasts it, and on top of that, puts some type of like spicy sriracha mayo on there. Mwah. It is so good. When I tell you, I am putting all of y'all on that. And then I put some, I got some miso soup on the side. And then I personally like a tofu bibimbap. So a bibimbap is kind of like a Korean variation of stir fry. So, we got all of our veggies in there because I'm a veggie girl. I don't really like meat a lot. So, you got your spinach, your tofu, your carrots, all that stuff mixed in with a bunch of these spices that are all Korean based, really. It's just God's work on a plate. It's
I'm really picturing the plate right now. I'm really, Devo, do you have a dish?
Oh yeah,
That's sticky sweet.
sorry, I almost broke character. I almost broke character there for a minute. But yeah, that's right. I love me a good old plate of that sticky sweet. And that consists of 2 baby back ribs, potato salad,
Korean
Yes,
short
ma'am.
ribs there.
Yeah,
Korean
kalbi,
short
kalbi.
ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
and potato salad, and some of them good old baked beans, baby. That's right. Come on down and get you a plate of that good old sticky sweet. We're going to show y'all how we do flavor. And we're going to get some of that smoke in y'all so y'all can sound our hearts like me. That's right. Sticky sweet, baby. And also go on to Nono, the Nono Jeezy website.
NonoJeezy.com. You can find your sticky sweet right then and there. Sticky sweet. We also have a guest back here, Hannah. Hannah, what's your last name again?
Come on up here, Hannah.
Hannah Loftus.
Right, get in the
Yeah.
get in the show.
Introduce yourself real quick. Tell them when they can listen to you on the radio station.
Well, My name is Hannah Loftus. I am a volunteer here down at the radio station. I am on the air currently from Monday midnight to 2 in the morning. So I'm just kind of
Beautiful.
small there. Just kind of do it quickly, let people get back to the music, and just be there.
There
Doing
you
the
go.
Lord's
They
work. Doing the Lord's work, I
Doing the
swear.
Lord's work.
That's what I'm talking about.
that late night jazz. Make sure you give Hannah a listen, y'all. Make sure you tap in with Hannah.
Beautiful
Late
soul,
nights, yes.
beautiful, very beautiful.
But Jason, let's hear your favorite Korean dish.
I'm gonna have to say there's two components to this.
Oh, break it down.
I'm a
now.
huge bulgogi beef fan, so
Okay.
like that's gonna be my main entree, and I gotta have that kimchi on the
Great
side.
choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Sometimes maybe a little kimchi fried rice.
Okay.
Ooh,
You know, you might switch it up a little bit.
He's
Yeah.
talking now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them cook.
You know, I'm not very familiar with Korean food. But Chinese food. Yeah, I'm sorry. I made the misconception earlier. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
I'm
you
sorry.
did do that, guys.
I did. But
They are
Don't
so
jump over the table on
different.
Yeah.
they are very different, and I'm learning.
I'm about to flip
but
off
that's
the
why you
table.
come here on
Oh
the
my
Nono
God.
show. You come here on the Nono show to learn. You
It's
know,
educational.
You know, it's educational. We got something for everybody. But Jason, I want to ask you, what's working here at the radio station? What's some of the what's the most interesting thing you've seen here? Maybe involving a celebrity or just working here in general. Like, what's something you've laid your eyes on in this profession?
You know, that's a good question. I got to say, being here at WSIE, we've had a lot of opportunities with partnerships, different organizations around the area and so forth. The Kransberg Arts Foundation puts on this great show every year. It's the weekend after Labor Day weekend. So it's the second weekend in September. It's called Music at the Intersection. And they bring in all kinds of genres of great music: rap, hip-hop, R&B, blues, jazz, rock and roll. I mean, the whole, like, everything is represented there. Last year, not this past year, but the year before that, got to see Thundercat, Herbie Hancock. I mean, they had all sorts of great names on there. This past year, Stanley Clarke, Esperanza Spalding, Samara Joy, Arrested Development was there year before last. I mean, they have got all kind. Grandmaster Flash was there year before last. And so it is just a pleasure to be one of the original media sponsors of this event and to be able to be there in attendance and part of the process every year. It is such a cool thing.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I heard Chingy was there this year too.
Chingy was there this year, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Chingy, STL legend. I met Chingy whenever I was really small. I never can remember this encounterment, but my father's like, "Man, you met Chingy back in the day. He's got a good song. What is that song?
Right there.
Right there.
Right
I
there,
like it
right
when you
there.
talking about right
Yep.
there. I will put that in there.
I also met Chingy when I was younger too, but our encounter was a little, I don't know, slightly different. I met him outside a Cardinals game,
Okay.
and it was downtown, but I barely even remember like how it was like kind of like a high and by kind of, you know. But my big brother, he was familiar with Chingy, and you know, seeing him outside the baseball game, it was like my brother and him slapped fives or whatever. And I was with my big brother, and me not even knowing who this was, you know, at the time, it was interesting just to be in the presence of somebody that's now a St. Louis legend, you know.
A St. Louis legend. He walked past you, another St. Louis legend.
Right.
He didn't even know at the
He
time.
didn't even know at the
Absolutely.
time.
Didn't even know.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the midst of a lot of St. Louis legends, including myself. One of a St. Louis legend I know personally is DJ Chaos. I don't know if y'all know the song Nina Pop, but that used to tear up the streets back in the day. That's one of the clubs. Shout out to Uncle Chaos. He don't like me calling him Uncle Chaos, but I've been calling you Uncle Chaos my entire life. So I'm not gonna stop calling you Uncle Chaos. He want me to call him his. He said, "Man,
Just
I'm
call
not your uncle. I told your daddy to stop calling me that. I'm not your uncle. I'm your cousin." I'm like, man, I've been calling you uncle my whole life. I'm not changing up. But
Hey, Noah, you want to know something?
what's up?
You know, I know it's gonna sound kind of strange, but did you know I was your uncle?
Did you know that I was your uncle?
No, did you know that I was your granddaddy?
This is not.
I'm
what
just
I signed up
messing
for.
with you. Dog.
What's going on, y'all?
But yeah, I don't know how to say this, but yeah, I'm your uncle.
Well,
So there you have it,
Uncle,
fellas.
Uncle Vo.
There you go.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to there
I
you
just
have
gave
it.
a confessional.
Live.
I just told my truth. Now, however you want to take it, you know, you can take it and take me in as an uncle, or you know, I can still just be your co-host.
Devin, I have a really quick question for you.
What's up?
How old are you?
I'm the oldest person in the room. I think.
You know, I feel like I'm aging you. I feel like I'm really aging you. Just like being in your, just like my presence being here. I feel like.
Oh, you think she thinks she's older than me?
No. I feel like my youth.
Oh.
You know.
Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know somebody who's older than you in this room,
Wait.
but I'm not going to
Is
say.
it Noah?
So anyway, speaking of Miles Davis,
Or back to the subject.
Miles Davis.
We're gonna go ahead and go back to the subject. Miles
Yeah.
Davis.
Miles Davis is probably one of the most well-known jazz cats from around St. Louis.
Yes.
He was born and raised in East St. Louis and Alton as well, two different places that he called home.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to be, even though he's been passed on for some years now, back in the 90s when he passed away, his 100th birthday would have been in 2026.
Wow.
May 26, 2026. So there's going to be a huge celebration for this. And I am so happy to say that we're going to be a part of this. They're going to actually, well, I won't go into details just yet because they're still trying to nail it all down. But there's going to be some really, really big things going on about that. And on top of that, we're getting our new transmitter put up here at the radio station, too.
Oh, yes.
And that means that there's going to be we're going to practically triple our listening audience here at the radio station.
That's
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about right
You'll be able to hear us from Springfield, Illinois, down to Carbondale, all the way out to Herman, Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah, all the way out to wine country.
That's great.
So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a great thing.
Y'all give 88.7 The Sound a listen. Tune in on the web, or if you're in the St. Louis, from Springfield to where? What? How?
They'll be able to get us on the regular radio all over those places. But yeah, you can listen to us online from anywhere in the world. Now, let me ask you a question, Noah,
Okay.
because how old are you, Noah?
I'm 22.
You're 22. When you first started here at this radio station, you didn't probably hear many of the musicians that we play here, right?
Right.
But since you've been here, you've actually come to me and you were talking about like, oh my God, I really love that song right there. And who's that? Who's that? The cool part is that what we've been doing with the format over here is really appealing to a younger generation. Like a third of our listeners now are age 12 to 24.
Whoa, a
Yeah.
third.
Oh, almost a third, yeah. And that's a great thing because like part of the reason why we exist is to make sure that we can continue on the legacy of jazz here in the United States. Did you know that jazz is like the only original art form here in the States? Like if you think about it, painting existed before here, so that knocks that whole thing out.
Okay.
I mean, art is not a United States thing in general. But then when you think musically, it's like rock and roll kind of helped curate from over in Europe. You know, classical music,
Right.
obviously, all over there. Blues music, all of that. But jazz developed and started right here in the United States.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
And we do more than that, obviously. I mean, we've got, all the other subgenres and things like that. We're playing Robert Glasper. We're playing Thundercat. We're playing all that kind of stuff, too. But we're kind of keeping that alive by doing that over here, and people are really responding on it, too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to get on here and talk about it a little bit because that's kind of the phase that we're in right now is we're wanting to get out there and really tell people what we're doing and what's happening and how they can listen to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think music is a universal language. When the song is completed, it's timeless. The song is timeless. It can be applied to whatever situation, and I feel like a song finds you.
Thank you for joining us here on the Nono Show. Peace.
We not selling no barbecue cereal though. we not doing it.
Why not, bro? Come on. We
Wait,
can do this.
Noah, can you turn me all the way up?
Turn her up.
I really want to try something.
She finna sing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my ASMR channel.
You gotta tap your cup
Oh my god.
with your nails.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't have anything.
Ooh. There it is.